Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's me, Million Money. I'm back. How's everybody doing this afternoon? All right, man. I got a good game for y'all. MLB baseball. I got the Padres for the Blue Jays. So sit back and enjoy, y'all. And, make sure you subscribe and give me a like. All right, y'all. Let's tune in, y'all.
Just a little bit away from first pitch and towing the slab in this one, Chris Bassett. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Okay, all set to go. Stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. That's too low. And we are underway.
First pitch, 7:07.
And a pitch. Right through there for a strike. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. That one misses. 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Luis Ariz stands in. That one's in there. It's 0-1. One down, base is empty. Swings through that.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, they do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these guys even during batting practice when it doesn't matter. They're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, he steps right in and continues with the pattern that they have.
Guerrero takes it to the bag. Padres go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for the Friars. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill, Dylan Cease. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Bo Bichette, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
And that misses. And that's ball 2.
2-1.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. It's slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And he hits a ground ball right side. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Batting third, center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Runner on at first with one gone. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Good power, not great in the OBP department. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Guerrero at first, one gone. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fastball is outside. Man at first, one away. In the dirt, blocked. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
5 foul balls in this at-bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And ball 4 to a board.
When you go that deep into an at-bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
Ball,
They
2
can
strikes.
live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Outside low, and the count is 2-2.
They
Two
tried
balls,
to get him to
2
go,
strikes.
chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two on, one out. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. And there's the strike. Two on, two outs. Just
Inside,
missed.
ball one.
Next offering upstairs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. And that one fouled off.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Two aboard, two outs. Up and in. 3-2 now.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Two outs. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back now in Toronto. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Bassett back to work. That's off the mark, and that is ball one.
Ball two.
Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Batting fifth, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Bogaerts now. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Just missed. Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
The 1-1 is fouled off. second inning here, no score. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
To the right side, and that chance handled. The flip to the pitcher covering. Bogart's retired.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. He's been a great free agent sign. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Rogers Center, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander. He's sort of your typical power hitter. Wouldn't necessarily call him a 3 true outcome guy, but he's in there to hit home runs.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Fans dig the long ball, bro.
Fastball for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. And that one fouled off. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
And now Ernie Clement. First pitch, and he just misses. Two out, space is empty. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count is 1-2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where...
Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Down in order go the Blue Jays. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth, a 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
1-1.
The 1-1. And that's in the dirt. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. And Jake has entered the K zone.
He's got to throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Left fielder, Jason Hayward.
Here's Jason Hayward. And that one hammered. That's back. And it hits the fence. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been. But obviously, you have to be happy with that result. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Martin Maldonado getting ready to hit. Now a screamer into the outfield. And it goes just foul. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
Runner on at third, 1 gone. Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Oh, right to the backstop. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. Here's a 2-2. On the ground, right side, Clement. Whips it to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. There's a strike. Tatis in his 6th season hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Ripped to third. throws to first in time, and they take care of Tatis for the out. And that is that. 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, no one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Padres 1 and the Jays nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas. And a curve misses outside. Lifted in the air, right center field. Merrill sizing this one up. He's got it. And there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Bichette takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. 1 out, base is empty. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 1.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Next one is off the plate. And a count 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
1 down, base is empty. Strike 2.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
On the ground, Cronenworth. And Bichette is retired.
The first baseman, Vladimir.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Slings to first. That's the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays, and it remains 1-0. Back now in Toronto, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Luis Arias. First pitch misses.
Outside, that's a ball.
That one missing inside. That one misses. So lead-off walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Here's Manny Machado. Grounded out his first time up. Just missed.
Pitch is out.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Varsho calls it in, and there's one away. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. a strike. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Next pitch is outside. Line to left. And foul ball. Outside low. And it's 3-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Lucas on the move. Tracks it down for the out. That's out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And here comes Sander Bogaerts. Grounded out his first time. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. Out of here. A towering shot to center. His 4th home run of the season. It's 3-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Two outs, nobody on. And now the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. And that one's a little bit low. 1-0. Two outs. Swings through that one for strike 1.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Right through there for a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Swing and a bouncer. Over to first. That takes care of Cronenworth. And that is that. 2 across on this San Diego homer. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the inning, and now it's Dalton Varsho.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Here's George Springer. Struck out swinging his first time. Not
1-0.
close with that one, and it's 1-0.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That's off the inside corner. 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Just
That's
missed.
ball
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Two outs, base is empty. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. First
Ball
offering,
in.
and it just misses. Two down, nobody on.
Yeah.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. What a play, inning over. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail it here, 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Jason Hayward. Bassett back to work. And that drops in for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 56 up and loosening in the pen. Green, a right-hander, loosening up as well. That
One
misses
ball,
the zone,
2
and
strikes.
it's 1-2. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And George makes the grab. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, right fielder Fernando.
And the batter
Tatis
will be
Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Just
that's out.
missed. Popped up right side. Clement makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. And we're back. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
Just
outside.
missed.
Well, these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
And on the mound, you know, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And that's down and away. That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Stepping in, Addison Barker went down on strikes his first time through. And that one wrapped foul. The Jays still looking for their first hit in this one.
Ball one.
In the dirt. On the ground, could be two. Steps on the bag for one. And they turn the double play.
Well, the shortstop makes the decision, commits to it, touches second himself, and then a strong throw across the diamond to get that second out. Really nice job.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Fastball is outside. Foul ball there. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Next pitch is outside. Gets a piece and stays alive. Outside low, and the count is filled up. The Blue Jays trailing by 3, last half of inning number 5. That's a base hit.
Now batting, left fielder, Nathan.
So a man at first. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. That one catches the zone. Strike one.
0-1.
Moves to first. And he's back in easily. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that is that. So 5 innings in the books now with the no-hitter officially over. It's the Padres 3 and the Jays nothing. We're back and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 56. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And now the DH, Luis Arias. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And that one is downstairs. Ball one.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that one fouled off. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner, and it gets by him. Around first and hustling for second, and he's into second with nobody out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next for the Padres, Manny Machado. And a foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Hard hit left side. Fires over to Guerrero. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill, 1 for 2.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Swing and a foul out of play. Arise. The runner at second with one away. Just misses with that one.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man at second. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Varsho makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. On the inside corner for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Man on second, 2 down. This to third. Fires over to Guerrero. Bogart's retired. And that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Padres 3 and the Jays nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Bichette, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. In for a strike. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Jeremiah Estrada, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Morejon also throwing. That one a little bit high. Ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball. That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
And down on strikes with number 9 for him in this game. 9. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
Top of the zone for a called strike. Inside
Hit
and
him.
it hit
He's
him.
got first.
Next to hit, Dalton Varsho.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And there's a foul ball.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Rocked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Off the batter's eye and gone. His 7th home run of the season. It's 3-2.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Dylan Cease will depart, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Nick Pivetta will take over here.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
So 1 out, nobody on. And the batter is George Springer. And a foul ball.
Ball 1.
That one's in there, and it's 1-2.
1 ball.
Blue
2
Jays
strikes.
down a run. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Kerr in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the bottom of the 6th. Next
That's a ball.
offering is downstairs.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Top of inning number 7, and now Gavin Sheets. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Brendan Little getting loose out there. Green getting loose as well. And that is in for a strike. And the count 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ball 2.
That's off the mark. 3-2 now. Good job to fight that one off. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. On the ground to first. Guerrero takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. First pitch just misses.
Counts 1-0.
Bases empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. And another ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 2-1. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Fastball is outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there. Got him. 2 down. Bird gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Two down, nobody on. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Offense held in check there, midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Padres 3 and the Blue Jays 2. Back here at Rogers Center, set for the last half of the 7th. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. Fouled off, he was late. Looking to get the tying run on base. Little chopper rolls foul. Foul ball, still 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This one in the air. Machado makes the grab, one away.
Third baseman, Addison.
Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. And that's
Off the plate, ball one.
the inside edge. And the count 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Bell just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
So 2 down now, and here is Ernie Clement. Fastball for a strike. Two outs. That clips a corner.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake. Way
One ball,
outside.
1-2 the count.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
And that
2-2
one way
count.
outside. And the count's even at 2. On the ground to third, handled by Machado. Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Padres 3 and the Blue Jays 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brendan Little. 25th appearance of the year for him. Martin Maldonado up to hit.
Padres. Catcher Martin Maldonado.
This to third. Zips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. And
Ball
that
1,
skips
no
in the
strike.
dirt. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
He was all over that one. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Luis Arias will hit next. Inside,
catch inside.
just missed. Tatis over at second, 1 down. Check on the runner. Tatis dives
Safe.
back in. Outside low. Now 2-0.
2-0.
Just
Ball 3.
missed.
I got 3-0.
That's in there. 3 balls and a strike. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And ball
That's
4,
ball 4.
2 aboard.
Extra base.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
First and second, 1 out. Now the third baseman, Manny Machado. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
And fouled off.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
To the right side, and it's through for a hit. Headed for the plate. Here's the throw. It's offline, and he scores. And they lead by 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 3. And that is out of play. Runners at first and second with one gone. That one not close.
2 strikes.
And the count 1-2. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Over to Bichette. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jeremiah Estrada.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas.
Nathan Lucas.
Out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Waste no time there. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that will make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Bo Bichette digs in now. Fouled off down the right side.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Pitch misses. And now it's even 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Robert Suarez, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outside low. And that is ball 1. Just missed.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one inside. They're down 3-1.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
The tying run at the plate. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And the tying run is on base.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
So a change being made out at second, and on to run for the Blue Jays, Jonathan Clase. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. He's already homered in this game. Yeah, that's fouled off. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Two on, 1 out. That misses, and that's ball 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
The 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Now, George Springer. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Popped up left side. Bogarts. That is the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair. Still down by a count of 4-2.
That was an opportunity to do damage. He popped it up instead. Frustrating at bat. He'll be thinking about that one for a while.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Chad Green.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's already homered here in this one. Sliced hard but foul. The shortstop takes the ball. Fastball for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye in that spot.
Excellent location right there. Flirted with the zone, tried to get in the chase.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one ripped. Going back. Hauls it in on the warning track. Now it's going to be Gavin Sheets. first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Yariel Rodriguez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Fisher also getting ready. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, he gloves it to first. And he'll be safe at first.
Oh, that one right there had the looks of one of those plays of the week. Great diving stop, but he just couldn't set up to make a good throw. Maybe got a little too excited. He was probably feeling it as well, but either way, that's a tough play and a tough error.
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Green, in his 9th season, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
That's ball 2.
There's a swing and a miss.
2-2 count.
Sheets, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Jason Hayward, the next up for the Padres. Foul ball there. Check swing went around, and that's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That's
Ball
down
1.
and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a
2
swing
strikes,
and miss
McDowell.
slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Two on, 1 out. And the
Ball 2.
slider just misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's outside.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Maldonado
Counts 1-0.
stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
Right through there for a strike. And a slider
Ball
misses
2.
down and away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Swings and misses, struck him out. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Padres 4 and the Blue Jays 2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Robert Suarez.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. That one in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well,
That's ball
really
2.
quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 2-2. Back to right. Tatis sizes this one up, and there's one away.
Now that is designated hitter.
He's 2 outs away. Anthony Santander at the plate. First pitch swinging, Suarez.
0-1.
A very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his
No
pitches.
balls, 2 strikes.
Ball 1 there.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
One down, base is empty.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
That misses the zone, and the count's full.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
The Padres trying to close out a 2-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. And they'll do it again. And a 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
I don't know how this at bat will end, but I'll be sad when it does. So much fun watching this thing go back and forth.
And a ground ball to first. He'll do it himself. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Alrighty, y'all, that's game, man. That was a pretty good game from start to finish. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. If you haven't given me a like, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all. And I'll be back soon enough. Alright, y'all. Have a good one. Deuces. Money, out.